Hi children, have a wonderful day. Let us begin the class with a warm-up exercise. At my count 1, 2 and 3, you are going to do hip rotation for 3 times on both the directions. Okay, shall we begin? First we will do clockwise. Okay, hands on the hip. 1, 2 and 3. Then opposite 1, 2 and 3. So are you ready for the class? All plants, animals and human beings need energy to grow. Need energy to grow. What is the source of this energy? Do we need energy to apply force on an object? Name any 3 activities that you do in a day that need energy. Fourth, do you take the help of any object or appliance to complete a task or work? Find it out. So, now we have a look on the mind map of this chapter. So, this is the mind map of the chapter energy, force and work. So, we will discuss more on force, effects of force, kinds of force. Then energy, sources of energy, forms of energy, and about the work and about simple machines. Now, if I asked you to move a table, in how many ways can you move it? Think about the things you move every day. For example, closing and opening a door. What do you do to move them? Look at this. When you push a chair, it moves. It also moves when you pull it towards yourself. So, to move something, you either push or pull it. We know that no living things do not move on their own. They can move only when we push or pull them. We push or pull a door to open or to close it. When you push or pull your toy car, it moves. So, a force is a push or pull. It moves stationary things from their positions. A push or a pull is called a force. Repeat, a push or pull is called a force. What can be done with force? So, let us discuss about the effects of force. The changes that a force can bring about is called its effects. When a force is applied on a body, these effects can be seen. First one, a force can change the shape or size of an object. Example, when an inflated balloon is pressed between 2 hands, its shape changes. When an inflated balloon is pressed between 2 hands, its shape changes. A second one, a force can make a stationary object move. Second one, a force can make a stationary object move. For example, if we push a chair, if we push a chair or a small table, it will move from its position. However, if we push a car, it may not move. These objects remain stationary because the force applied by us is not sufficient to move the body. Then third one, a force can change the direction of a moving object. For example, a batsman changes the direction of a moving ball by tilting the cricket bat. Then fourth one, the force can stop a moving object. For example, in football, a ball can be stopped by a player. Then fifth one, a force can increase or decrease the motion of an object. When a force is applied on a moving body, it can bring about a change in the speed of the moving body depending upon the direction in which force is applied. For example, when we give push to a moving swing, we make it move faster. When we apply a force in the opposite direction, we make the swing slow down. Next, different types of force. The first one, muscular force. The force exerted by the muscles of human body is called muscular force. I repeat, the force exerted by the muscles of human body is called muscular force. We use our muscles during running, playing and working. Then second one, mechanical force. The muscular force is not enough to lift heavy things. So we use machines to lift heavy things. The force used by machines is called mechanical force. The force used by machines is called mechanical force. Cricket coaches use bowling machine to throw balls faster. Then the third one, elastic force. An archer uses elastic force of the bow sting to shoot an arrow. A pole vaulter uses the elastic force of a flexible pole to jump high. Then the fourth one, magnetic force. A magnet attracts some metals and metal objects such as iron nails. It also attracts or repels other magnets with a force. This force is called magnetic force. We often stick beautiful fridge magnets on our refrigerators. Try and stick the same magnet on a plastic object. Does it stick? Find out. Then the fifth one, gravitational force. Whenever an object is thrown upwards, it comes down to the earth. Mangoes falling from a tree always come down. Why can they not go up? This is because the earth pulls all the objects towards its center. The pull exerted by the earth on the object is called the force of gravity or gravitational force. I repeat, the pull exerted by the earth on the object is called force of gravity or gravitational force. The force by which an object is attracted towards the earth is called its weight. I also repeat, the force by which an object is attracted towards the earth is called its weight. Now we will do one activity to observe how roughness of a surface affects movement. Arrange the books as shown here and gently push the toy car down the slope and observe how it moves. Now place the towel over the slope. Again gently push the car down the towel covered slope and observe what happens. As you can see, the toy car easily runs down the surface of the book but barely moves over the towel. So we can conclude that movement across a smooth surface is easier as it produces less friction. So next is frictional force. When we throw a ball in the sky, it slows down, stops and falls down, right? When we throw a ball in the sky, it slows down, stops and falls down. This is because of Earth's force. Earth has the power to attract everything towards its center. The force is called gravity. Gravity acts on every object of earth. That is why when you throw up anything, it comes down. Why? It's because of gravity. Imagine now that there is no gravity. What would happen if you just jumped off? Okay, come out of your imagination. Now you know about force or pushing and pulling. Now let us learn about work. So, when force is applied on an object resulting in the movement of that object, work is said to be done. So, now we will discuss more on work. Work in general, the term work means any physical or mental activity. For example, reading a book is mental work, while lifting a book is physical work. In science, however, reading a book is not considered as a work. Similarly, no work is done while standing at a place with a heavy load on the head. So, we will look in detail. When we push or pull an object, it may or may not move. For example, if we push against a wall, it does not move. If we push a chair, it moves easily. Work is said to be done when an object changes its position due to force applied to it. When the chair is pushed, work is said to be done because the position of the chair changes. If we push against a wall, no work is done because it does not move at all. No work is done because it does not move at all. Then, tools that make our work easier. That's the next topic. In our day-to-day activity, we come across various physical activities like cutting vegetables, opening cap of a sauce bottle. You can't do it with your hand or fingers. No matter how hard you try, on the other hand, it can be easily done with the help of knife and bottle opener respectively by applying a small force, right? So these tools make work easy. Such tools are called simple machines. So simple machines are tools that make our work easier. I repeat, the simple machines are tools that make our work easier. Types of simple machines. There are 6 types of simple machines. Let us discuss them one by one. First one, lever. Lever is a long rod-like hammer, a bottle opener, a nut cracker, and a pair of scissors. Then the second one, wheel and axle. A wheel and axle consist of a wheel fixed to a rod or axle. All vehicles have an axle. Roller skates make use wheel and axle. Then the third one, pulley. It is made up of a wheel and a rope. It is used to lift loads or to draw water out of wells. Then the fourth one, inclined planes. It is a slant surface on a slope used to pull or push objects to a certain height. Then the fifth one, wedge. A wedge is made up of 2 inclined planes. These planes meet and form a sharp edge. This edge can split the things, and axe is a wedge which is used to cut woods. Then the sixth one, screw. Screws are used to hold objects together. They are used in fountain pen caps, bottle caps, and many other things. Then Next topic, energy. So, energy is defined as the ability of a body to do work. I repeat, energy is defined as the ability of a body to do work. So, to do any kind of work, we need energy. In fact, all living beings need energy to live. Most of the energy we need to live and work comes from the food we eat. However, we also need energy to light our houses, cook food, drive cars, power our televisions and computers, and run factories. In fact, we need energy to do everything. Where does this energy come from? Yeah, let us find out. Sources of energy. We obtain energy from different sources. Let us discuss few of them. The first, sun. The sun is the main source of energy on earth. The energy given out by sun is called solar energy. The energy of the sun is utilized by green plants to prepare their food. Do you remember what this process is called? Find out the answer. Solar energy is also utilized to produce electricity with the help of solar panels. Then the second one, wind. A windmill uses the force of moving air. What we call moving air? Yes, it's wind, to generate electricity or draw underground water. This energy is called wind energy. Then water. Dams uses the force of fast flowing water. Dams use the force of fast flowing water to generate electricity. The electricity generated by using water is called hydroelectricity. I repeat, hydroelectricity. This electricity is used to run various machines. Then fuels. They are natural substances. There is a lot of chemical energy stored in them. This energy is released when we burn them. Coal, petrol, cooking gas, oil and wood are some examples of fuels. Then atom. As we learn, atom, it is the smallest particle of matter. The energy released by splitting the atoms is called atomic energy. So what is atom? It is the smallest particle of matter. It is the smallest particle of matter. So the energy released by splitting the atoms is called atomic energy. And it is used for generating electricity. Then, energy can neither be created nor be destroyed. However, it changes from one form to another. Remember, energy can neither be created and nor be destroyed. Okay, then next topic, forms of energy. Energy is present in various different forms such as mechanical energy, chemical energy, heat energy, electrical energy, magnetic energy and sound energy. Next, we will look on some conversions of energy. When a tube light or CFL is switched on, it converts the electrical energy to light energy. Then, when we light a candle, what is the conversion? It converts the chemical energy of wax into heat energy and light energy. So, in fact, the plants around us trap the solar energy and convert this energy into chemical energy, which is stored in the form of food. Lastly, we'll look on the relation between force and work. The more force you use to move something, the more work you do. The harder you push, the further and faster the object will move. Now, let us learn what is the relation between work and energy. We know if we apply force, only then some work is done. But to exert force, we need energy, right? So, energy produces force and force in turn produces work. I repeat once again. Energy produces force and force in turn produces work. So that's all for now. Kids, one activity for you. Take a chart paper, make a list of the simple machines that we use in our home on chart paper. Okay, on the chart paper, then classify them under the main types that you have learned about. So children, this is the time to recall. Can you recall what we have learned today? We learned about the force, then work, energy, and lastly about the relation between them. Also we learned about the different types of forces, the sources of energy, then about the simple machines also, right? Okay, so bye, take care, we'll see you on the next class. Happy learning.